All right, so I want to go over the levels. All right, so you're either coaching level 1, level 2, level 3, or level 4. Each one's different age group wise and different things with it. So level 1's going to be our kindergarten group. We have 2 teams this year. Aaron's coaching one and Joel's coaching one. They play 3-on-3, and they use the wristbands, and they will have 6 6-minute segments, 6-minute segments. And with those segments, and this will go for actually levels 1, 2, and 3, so I'll go ahead and explain that. So with this, they get 6 minutes, it's a running clock. At the end of that 6 minutes, they have 1 minute in between to rotate the children out. Okay, there's no timeouts or anything. So that 1 minute, you move your kids in and out, and then play another 6 minutes, same thing. The third 6 minutes, you're gonna sit with your kids at halftime. We're gonna do a devotion, and then we do the last 3 segments, okay? So our level 2 is 1st and 2nd grade. We play 4-on-4, and we have the armbands with the different colors. Same thing, 6 6-minute segments. With these 2 levels, there's gonna be a referee, and your one coach per team can be on the court with them, okay? Helping the kids, and the referee is there to instruct them. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna call it. They should call everything, because that's a part of learning. So they're gonna call most things. I'm gonna try to get them to do that. And then they're going to correct them, tell them what they did wrong, and then give it back to them. All right, so the first couple of games are gonna be like T-ball in a way, like, you know, it's just gonna be, it's instructional. So they're learning from these games. So like double dribble and anything like that, they're gonna call. All right, level 3 through 4, we have 5-on-5, and we're playing full court this year. So one thing that's changed is we're actually able to go by the upward suggested grade levels, whereas in the past, with the number of kids and their ages, I haven't been able to go by what they recommended. So this year, I'm excited that I don't have to come up with different rules or combine them or anything. So so that's 5-on-5. They play full court, and 6 6-minute segments. Whereas level 4, our 5th and 6th grade group, that is going to be middle school rules. Okay, middle school rules, 5-on-5, full court. Any questions so far? All right. So practices. Practice 1 hour practice per week. All right. 2 teams per hour. That was suggested, and I know last year was a little wild at practices because I did 4 teams at one time, which helped me get them out of the way in one night. But I'm able to do 2 nights now. So we have Monday night practice and Thursday night practices. If you do not have a practice time, get with me after. I think everybody's pretty much taken care of on that. If you need extra time, like to talk to your team or whatever after that hour, go to one of the classrooms. There's 2 classrooms in the gym, because we want to go ahead and get the other team on. So just keep a consistent flow within those hours. Coaches, so we do devotions at practices, and we do them at games for the halftime, but you are not the coaches are not going to do devotions. That's going to be for either the assistant coaches or the devotionalists that we've got already in play. Okay, they've already gotten their information and their devotions, and so that is just one less thing that y'all will have to do. Okay, and that will be at halftime of your practice. So if we can keep everybody on the same track, it's quiet in the gym and everybody can concentrate. So you have 25 minutes of practice, your 5-minute devotion, and then your last 30 minutes. Okay. Before practice, make sure that you check the goal height before you start practice. I will try to go around and make sure they're correct, but we don't want the 1st and 2nd graders, kindergartners shooting on a 10-foot goal, you know. So just make sure the goal height is correct. You will use the same goals each week during practices. So whatever you get the first night of practice, grab that goal every week. The kids will know where to go. And okay, I'm not assigning them, y'all just figure it out. Same levels are practicing at the same time. So if you want to scrimmage, you have that option, okay, to scrimmage with the other team. We have pennies too. Not all the bags have them. I do have to order more, which is a good thing. These are pennies, if you didn't know the name of them, all right, that y'all can use for practices. That will help. Okay, so no snacks at games or practices. And the reason is, I do not have a custodian here, and I already have a huge mess to clean up after games when we don't have them. So please, you know, if most of you follow that rule and one or two don't, then the other kids are gonna be like, why don't we get snacks? So if y'all could all like help me out and don't provide snacks or at the games or practices, I appreciate it. All right. Any questions about practices? Okay.
What day and time did I pick, sir? You got that?
I do. 7 p.m. on Thursday.
Thank you, ma'am.
Does anybody else want to know their practice time? Brett, 6 p.m. Monday.
Is this what we go by?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if it
So
was
on
on
your
the-
sheet, I did put your time actually on the front sheet of your schedule.
Right in front of my face.
I don't know about you, Tim. But I told you what yours was. But yours is going to be 8 p.m. on Thursday.
I had to keep
Can you hold yours up so everybody knows what?
Hey, I got it.
Everybody see, if you have that has your time of practice on there. Okay. But for assistant coaches, does anybody not know what time your coach, you can get with them, or either I can tell you? Okay? Games. So let's move on to games. So there's one per Saturday. One game per Saturday. Kindergarten. These are early risers. That's 9 a.m. Okay? First and second graders are level 2. It's going to be starting at 10:10. The reason I've added this extra 10 minutes is so it'll be time enough for the other families to get out of here from the first game, to bring the other kids in. We meet in this little hallway right here for introductions. The kids are called out and make a big deal out of it and have a lot of fun with it. So they'll come in here in this little breezeway where if y'all notice some pictures from past Upward Ministries on the wall, that's where we'll meet at, and then I'll call their names out. And then which I think we do, we have the 2 extra coaches, we're able to get those waitlist kids on. There's a possibility that not every Saturday, but like whatever the rotation was, some of those teams would be at 9 a.m. with the kindergartners. So our kindergarten group and our first and second group will be side by side, so we split the court in 2. All right, so it'll be 2 games going on at one time. Potentially, we'll have some first and second graders playing at the same time the kindergartners are over here. Okay, if we get that in place. Third, fourth grade will be at 11:20 or 12:30. They're running full court. We've got 4 teams, so those will be your time slots. Okay. Fifth, sixth, it's going to be either 1:40 or 3 p.m. All right. Any questions on that? Okay.
How many 5th and 6th teams do you have? 4? 1:40 or 3 o'clock?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then kids are called from the tunnel. Look, I already jumped ahead of myself. After they're called out there from the tunnel at the beginning of each game, we say the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we do a prayer, and then we play ball. Halftime devotions, if y'all will, sit at the center court with your kids, because we have somebody come in, do the devotion. That just helps the kids listen, just knowing some adults are down there with them, and you're just being a good role model, you know, being there with them. After games, the kids will shake hands, and then you're going to go to a classroom. Those 2 classrooms that I told you about that are in the gym, those are where you'll give your stickers out. All right? Some, actually, there's only 2 classrooms, there'll be might be 4 teams. So if there's time, or if you find a spot in the gym, you can use that too, just so you're not on the court. But the stars, either the coaches can do it, the assistant coaches can do it, whoever feels led to do it. You're going to be looking and watching during the games to pick up on things the kids are doing really well. So there's different stars. Let's see. I saw somebody with a sheet there. Let me see that sheet we have. All right, so the stars are for effort, defense, offense, sportsmanship, and Christ-likeness, okay? So those 5 stars are given out at each game. Every child's going to leave with a sticker, all right? And there's a little form in there.
Would you repeat it?
Mhm.
It's effort.
And I can give you one. But effort, defense, offense, sportsmanship, and Christ-likeness. And they'll get a poster like this when they get their jerseys, and they'll be able to put their stickers on at home. And it just encourages them, to participate and be effective in different ways. There's a sheet on it. Joe, do you want to show them how to do it?
I don't know what to do. What?
When you're giving out the stars. Give me a star, Joel, for defense. Show them how it's done. I'll put you on the spot.
What I generally do is if I see a kid that's doing something that maybe we practiced, like if I show the kid to shoot the correct way and I see them try to do that, then I might say, Billy, here's you an offensive star. You did a good job using the correct form, shooting. You moved your feet right, playing defense, and we're gonna give you the defense star this week.
You just do that for every child. Okay? Okay.
Good job, Bill.
Thanks, Joe. We're gonna team player. Woo! Okay. Those of you that are in first, that's my husband if y'all don't know. Okay. So wristbands, if you have them for your grades, so kindergarten, first and second, potentially 3rd and 4th. How do y'all feel about 3rd and 4th having wristbands? Do you think they need them? That's what I've been kind of
Are we
going around with.
playing man-to-man, like for all ages? Because,
It's different. It's
It
different for,
okay.
for each level. So Jacob says
I'm not
no.
coaching that high, but I don't think that.
You don't
that
think
they're
they
playing
need
foul
They
foul
haven't
at
used
age
them
is-
in rec. So I'm okay if, I'll get with the 3rd, 4th grade level coaches and see what y'all think. But wristbands, you have them, wash them after each game, bring them back. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the wristbands and how they're used for my 1st, 2nd grade group and my kindergarten group? No questions? Okay. Jerseys. So each child's gonna have a jersey, and even Daniel wants a jersey this year.
That gold one's mine.
This is last year. This is not what they'll look like this year. All right. So this is their jersey. They get really nice jerseys. Okay. And this is the reversible side. So if you're home, you'd be this color. If you're away, you'd be this color. Okay? So they only have one jersey to keep up with, and they're really nice. Any questions about that? So on your schedules, it will have home or away, and that's when you'll know what color the jerseys will be. There is a video that I wanted to show, but electronics always seem to crash or not be able to be pulled up when you want them to be. So what I'm going to do for the coaches, I'm going to send you a link to a video that has information on our app. So the Upwards app, if used correctly, is a very useful tool. It gives you access to all your team, their parents. You can send texts through it, you can send emails through it, you can look up game schedules. What's some other things that are on it, those of you that know?
Court side.
Court side.
You
Can it be star signed up there
The
too?
stars, yep, so whichever star you use, you can use that app. It's very, what I've heard is very useful and very easy, you know, if you know anything about electronics, which, you know, don't ask me, because I see something totally different than what y'all see on your app, so. But it's a very useful tool. So I will send you that information. And to be able to access that, I have to send you a link and invite you. I sent some of you that link already, which I didn't listen to the tutorial and wait for the teams to be scheduled before I did that. So if you've already accepted that and you don't have that information that you were looking for on it, it's coming. Okay. So be looking in an email for my invitation to the Upwards app. And I think once you accept that, there's a way that it will automatically pop up on your home screen, the app icon. So, it's a very useful tool. All right, any questions from all that information? If there's no questions, I think I've covered everything that I needed to. Like I said, it can seem overwhelming at first, especially like the first practice or game. You might have a lot of extra questions or people or parents asking questions. It's going to be okay. Like we've got 8 practices and 6 games. It is that length because it cuts into other. We had to push back this league because I wanted the kids to be able to play rec and have the opportunity to play with us. And then we have other ministry like soccer and stuff coming up in the spring, and by that time there's a lot of kids that stop doing what we're already doing to go to the new one. So anyways, that's why our time frame is the way it is. It's very fast paced, there's a lot that goes on, but the kids seem to really enjoy it, hence the reason why we continue to grow each year. With this ministry, we try to make it as fun as possible, and reach as many families as we can, not just with basketball, but to make the Lord known to them. So,
With, foul shots, are we doing that like for all age groups, or like kindergarten, will they just like take the ball and give it back to them?
it's
Or do I need
in
to teach
your,
them? It's in there,
it is,
Okay.
and it's different for each one.
okay,
So, you know, your level modifications, and then it's in your specified, I think it's in there twice.
Okay.
So, with you coaching 2 teams, it'll be
Right.
different. for you,
Okay.
so.
yeah, I'll pull those out.
Yeah, so, yeah, both of our kindergarten coaches are coaching 2 teams, so thank y'all for doing that.
Greg.
And I did not make Joel do it this year. I asked him, and then he volunteered to do the other one, so. All right. If y'all, don't have any more questions, we'll dismiss with prayer and, you know, enjoy your Saturday. Would you like to pray for us, Emily? You always pray during Amana?
I think you can do it.
You wanna do it? I'm right here
You
with
can
you.
do it,
You
Miss
got
Sarah,
it.
Miss Sarah, Miss Sarah,
Or you
Miss
can
Sarah,
do-
Miss Sarah,
Go
Miss
ahead,
Sarah.
you can do it,
You're doing fine.
you
You're
got
okay.
it.
You don't have to.
Too many adults.
It is a lot of adults. It's easier for kids. Okay. Well, Emmett does a really sweet prayer. That's why I wanted to ask. All right, bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this ministry. Thank you for the ones that are participating, those that are volunteering, and those that will be a part of this ministry in whatever way it is, Lord. I pray that you will just bless it and continue to be with these families. And Lord, if it's your will to be able to get the kids that are on the wait list, to be able to play this year. And we pray all this in your heavenly name. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Thanks. If y'all want more pizza before you go, grab you another
Picture
slice.
day's the 7th, right? Ain't it the 7th?
Yes.
May, March 7th.
The
Picture
pictures, yes, yes. If you hadn't done your pictures yet, keep passing that around and get your times on. And your thank you. Last name. First thing, we always do it Friday, and then the last thing. Yeah, blonde hair. Been together.
Practice for
Your practice time.
What grade? Oh,
Got a question? Nick?
Yeah, we have.